Hey, Freddy, case it falls, you gotta get a minute in the Freddy. Sharp as a machete. Don't go out there.
Go back and ready. You ready to rumble up here today, baby. Don't listen. I had to celebrate anniversary yesterday. You gotta come back today. Ready. Get the job done. You gotta talk about these playoffs, baby. You gotta talk about Kwamie Brown. You gotta talk about Sommore. You gotta talk about these crazy fans. Here I go, like Mr. say. Here I go. Hope y'all can feel the energy. You ready to talk today? Yeah, we're ready to get into these conversations, baby. Let's go. Okay, Mike got his camo hat on. It seems like he ready.
That's right, man. It's war. It's war.
Let's go. Family, what's the deal, family? Your boy and the shows are back. As you know, I'm Nick.
I'm Mike. What up, y'all?
Military Brothers Talking Sports. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you guys supporting us and joining us today. See, yeah, we ready to get it in today. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you respond. Make sure you communicate with us. We can read your comments. Welcome to the show. I know usually special guests Friday was able to find a guest. So, hey, just me and Mike today. Y'all gonna hear our voice all day today. So, hey, it's all good. It happens sometime. We want to thank you guys for your guys' support. Thank you guys for continuing to share the information. But before we get started, Mike, how was your day, my brother?
Man, it's Friday. It's a 3-day weekend for all you Army folk. It's a 4-day. You was probably off yesterday. Just looking forward to a relaxing weekend. And, not forgetting what it's all about, man. Remembering the fallen. So, and be safe out there, folks. You know how we get on Memorial Day weekend, on Friday and Saturday nights. Let's just be safe, be safe, be safe. But the weather, my brother, about to hit the mid-90s again, man. Drink water, drink water, drink water. How was your day, my man?
I had a good day today, my brother. Had to work today. Had a couple things, errands needed taken for the job. Can't complain about nothing at all. Then I had the time to pull some trees. 2 more trees died, so I had to take it back. Replacement, gotta hate when that happens, but hey, it is what it is, man. And then was able to kind of chill out today, man. Came and take care of some stuff, but like I said, man, we were Memorial Day. I know have the day off, but there's a reason for Memorial Day. It's a memorialized day. We recognize the fallen, those who paid the ultimate price for this thing they call freedom. So we salute those individuals who've actually fallen and given us the opportunity to continue to operate and function on this earth and in the United States. This has given us the freedom of speech and being able to voice our thoughts and opinion, and be able to move forward with authority. So I want to thank everyone who has actually given up their life. But other than that, man, it's been a great day, my brother. Can't complain. But like I said, it's hot.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Ready to get into this topic, my brother?
Man, let's rock and roll, man.
Before we get started, I saw you post something about E the other day, yesterday.
Yeah, man. It was senior night last night at E's school, man. And I tell you, man, I'm gonna use words from Brother Brooks. Exalt your children, man. Push them, push them. Let them know what they can do. But E got a couple of awards, for the highest GPA on the basketball team. Doing good. He made honor society, honor roll, IB. Did very well in forensic science. He also received a scholarship, man. It's the John Hunter Jr. Scholarship. This is a youngster who was a basketball player at his high school in 1999. Well, he recently passed a couple years ago. So his parents decided to put a scholarship together in his honor.
Okay.
And they're describing the type of kid that's going to get the award. And I'm just sitting there wondering who they're talking about. And they said, he's a basketball player. So I know it's 3 seniors on the team, and one of them already got a full scholarship. And so I'm still just wondering who. And then they said, and this guy's going to, further his career at USC playing football. And then it just hit me. And, man, he hit that stage, man, and shook the parents' hand and the sister and the aunt. And I will admit, man, the tears just fell. I couldn't help it. And I'd like to thank Nick for putting me on the spot. He knows it's hard for me to talk about my people, man. It's no better feeling, man, than when other people acknowledge your child for just being, a good guy. And some of y'all know he's still humble and quiet. And
yeah,
I told him, man, that's that bread and butter, man. Keep yourself together and just keep being you. So it was a happy time for him, man. Got a lot of accolades, man. Of course, the superlatives of seniors, the best dressed, the most athletic, most likely to succeed. They went through all of that, and they acknowledged some of the athletes, the golf, the swim, the baseball, football, basketball. So, hey, just a good moment in AC Florida history, man. So just happy to be a part of it, man, and glad he got to enjoy, some of the props of it, man. Appreciate that, man.
Man, awesome, man. Like we say, give people the flowers while they're alive, man. They also apply to our kids, man, when they're doing something great, brother. Like I said, man, you and your wife have done an amazing job raising that young man up to be who he is today, man. Just getting a glimpse of what we get to see, the small communication I've actually had with him, man. I love the character, brother.
Appreciate it, man. And, on that note, I'm going to let him sleep an extra 30 minutes in the morning before he cuts the grass. Yeah, I think he deserves it, man. Appreciate him taking out the trash today, man. But yeah, duty calls.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
D Tuck, appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Darryl Tucker's been a very supportive brother over the years, man. He has his own family, man. Great stories amongst him and his children and family, man. So, Darryl, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man.
Beautiful, man. Hey, like I said, I want to get that in and knowledge. The thing E have accomplished, man, did some great things. Like I said, all I kids, my boys are doing great. Your kids are doing great, man. Nothing in there. It is a beautiful thing, man. Kids aren't out here getting in trouble. We have something to be proud of, man. We are proud of the work which they've done. I think we should acknowledge that work, man. So that's what I saw.
Man. Yeah. And acknowledge all of them. Let me throw that in there because, we got to acknowledge all of them because we don't want anybody to feel slighted. You know how that go when somebody's, but, his moment to shine. That's all.
All right. I got you, man. All right, man. Let's get into these topics, my brother. Get into these topics, man. All right. As we still highlighting comedians. So I thought a program, man, we just close it out with Sommore. What's your thoughts, Mike, on Sommore? This Sommore.
Well, to me, man, she, and I don't want to label any one female, a male, for their traits, but I think she's a female Chris Rock, man. Her delivery, she can switch up speeds. She can be raunchy, classy. She's on top of her game. I loved her performance in Soul Plane.
Oh yeah.
She hits the stage running, doesn't pull back. And I'll say it like I said to the others. This is the wrong sister to try to heckle. Don't do it. You will lose big time. Please don't do it. She's not the one. And her sense of humor, man, is impeccable, man. She speaks about everyday events and, the guy scene, the dating scene, the club scene. One of my favorite jokes of her, she was trying to meet a dude, and he wanted to know exactly, what she was about, and she said her name is Carnota. Yes, that's what I need. And it just went from there, man. Just hilarious, man. Great brand of humor, man. It always brings the pain in the hair department.
Oh yeah.
The outfits on the stage, the presence. I definitely enjoy her comedy, man.
True, man. From my perspective, man, she is like we talked about Bernie Mac last week, man. She is the female version of Bernie Mac, man. Sommore, man, is a female who is the closer. She is the female version of you do not want to follow behind the sister. The sister, man, is funny. Have played in several films. You mentioned Soul Plane. If you haven't seen it, man, definitely spend the time to go check it out, man. She is man. Yeah, she's overcome a lot. What's going on, Ace Dog? She has, man. And I know a lot of people know, man. You know her and Nia Long are actually sisters.
Okay, I knew it was somebody. I couldn't put my finger on it, man. Also one of the queens of comedy, correct?
Yes. She is
Okay.
one of the queens of comedy. So if you get a chance to see the female version of Queens, see the not female version, but if you see the Queens of Comedy, she is actually in there, man. Like I said, she is a closer. Sommore, she is a female that will have you in stitches. Man, this female, man, is no joke. Several accolades, man. And she's come a long way, brother. She got in a little bit of trouble, but she got through it. And still, man, able to be out here, man, performing. And I know with COVID, if it wasn't for COVID, she would have been still going out performing on stage and stuff like that. So you get a chance to check out Sommore on film and stuff like that. Queens of Comedy, the Friday After Next. She was also in the Friday After Next. I don't know if you guys remember that. And then the other one is Something New in Dirty Laundry, or the two other movies that come to mind. You guys,
that was good. Yes.
yeah. So, but like I said, man, she's doing her thing. She's definitely doing her thing, but an extraordinary comedian.
Also on tour, you mentioned COVID, but she's back. You just catch her, man. I think she has her own website, sommore.com.
Yes.
So you can go on there and catch her bio, whatever special she's been on a part of, her photos or videos, et cetera, man. So, as I said, man, I enjoyed her comedy to the fullest, man. She's incredible, man.
Yeah. So it's all good, man. So we want to definitely salute Miss Sommore. All right, on to the next one, man. Yankees, man, doubleheader, man. It took a split yesterday between the Blue Jays and the Yankees. They lost the series. They took one and they lost 2 to the Blue Jays. So they streak as far as its concerns come to a conclusion, but still yet, man. Want to know your thoughts on Mike on the split yesterday.
Well, look, man, it happens, man. 29 and 21. They went to work. And then they came to work and they got worked. And, it just happens, man. So let's get ready for the Detroit Tigers. All my Motown fellas, we coming. And we're going to see what's going on, man. Your boy Giancarlo is back in the lineup. So I think the game's coming on at 7, around 7:10.
Yep. 7 o'clock game will come on. So yeah.
So hopefully they'll play with a chip on their shoulder, man, and we'll see how the Yankees can kickstart. I think your boy Luke Voit is returning.
No, Voit is out for 8 weeks.
Oh, okay, wow, when he returns, all right.
Yeah, Voit is out 8 weeks. Well, Kluber is out around him and Voit are out around the same number of days, so that's going to really hurt. Voit was hurt at the beginning of the season, so he was just not getting in rhythm, and then he's hurt again. So that's really hurt. Last year he led the major leagues in home run. So having that big bat really is going to hurt. But they're going to have to get through it. Have to pull through it.
And COVID, man, it hit them pretty hard. About 9 of the Yankee personnel, man,
Yes.
had to battle that. So hopefully, man, everybody's doing what they need to do. Just a little trivia, man. I don't know if you're aware of this, but they had to remove someone from the Yankee game because they had a Trump Save America sign or banner in the stands, man. So 2 guys were removed yesterday at that game, and the fans booed them and this, that, and the other. So it is what it is, man.
People better realize, man. People not putting up with that darn crap. So
your boy lost, and they can't
get over it. Can't get over it. Like we had this one senator who's gonna make this crazy. I think it was Paul made this crazy comment about him being heckled and death warrants and stuff like that, and fearing for his life and stuff like that, and want to cry and complain about it. I said he needs to shut up. I actually posted this. I said he needs to shut up because guess what? Black people been dealing with that all their darn lives. So I said, listen, man, be a big boy and grow up and stop all the stick and crying. Just saying. But anyway.
I'm going to touch base on that since we're there, and then we can move, man. Do you remember a little while ago, man, when this lady called the police on this brother in Central Park? He was bird watching it.
Yep. And
she choked her own dog, and they took the dog, and she got fired.
Yep.
Well, effective immediately, she's suing for discrimination. I can't believe it myself, man. She says that she was done wrong. She's suing for back pay, emotional damage, loss of revenue, just ridiculousness, man. Things that she caused on herself. But it's going to be a sad day if she wins, man.
Let's see how far it goes. I doubt it.
Right.
Anyway, on to the next one. All right, man. We have to get into this conversation, man. NBA fans being disrespectful. I have 3 incidents that took place on this. In Atlanta, against the Knicks, Trae Young right out of bounds. A fan
in New York. Yeah.
In New York, a fan spit on Trae Young. And in Philadelphia, you can see the picture of Westbrook going off because when he got hurt, he's walking out the tunnel and a fan actually poured popcorn on his head. Then that same night, you had an incident where John Morant's family was in the stands talking trash, and then you're going to have fans holler out racial slurs at them, call John Mother the B word. So those 3 fans actually have been banned. So Mike, as you know, man, we go back and forth and whatnot, man. But dude, what in the world is wrong with people?
Well, you know what? I think Shannon Sharp said it best. When one of these pro athletes go in them stands and beat somebody down, then they'll understand. As you can see, it looked like it took about 7 security officers to hold Westbrook from trying to clown. Because see, Westbrook is about that life. He was headed there. I don't condone that as nonsense. A good heckling I got when you physically touch somebody, man. Spitting is the lowest form of violation, man, of an attack. Just kick them out. I don't care if something flew out your mouth, whatever it was. And you had a couple of stars in that area. I think 50 Cent was right there. Julianne Moore, she was one. She played in the second Silence of the Lambs. It's said Holland, it's out of control, man. Somehow the fans think that they have that right, and this thing goes back, years back, man. When Indiana and Detroit got into it, and somebody threw a drink on Ron Artest, and him and the Pacers went up into the stands in Detroit and start, issuing out 2 pieces, man. It's ridiculous, man. I'm glad they got these said fans. Toss them, ban them, give them their season tickets back, their money. Kudos to Ja Morant, because if that was me, it would have been 1 to 3 fans with black eyes and some missing teeth, man. I ain't going for that. Now, everything else I might can let ride if I can't get to you. Nah, man, you ain't disrespecting moms, man. I'm going all out. Go ahead and give me my $50,000 fine, suspend me, whatever it is. That's a negative right there, man. But most of these fans are people who ain't played a sport a day in their life, and they come out there and they think they're in Rome, where it's, feed them to the lions type deal. It's ridiculous. I don't know what makes a fan do that, man. I really don't. I've been to many a game and never thought to walk up on a player or throw something at him or curse his people, man. It's not a part of the sport.
Yeah.
And
one thing I gotta say, because I know Job, I know T, as you know, man, know him personally, man. One thing, he talks trash, man. But one thing,
yeah,
T's not gonna be disrespectful. He even said, man, that he didn't have an issue with the fans talking trash. He said, but when you start calling me out of my making racial slurs and talking about my wife, I mean, and even I can say Donovan Mitchell did speak up, man, said, man, he glad they banned this person. He says unacceptable. So Donovan Mitchell was definitely support. Utah, the ownerships in Utah did reach out to the family, and I appreciate you, Daryl, and said appreciate. Like I said, alcohol, man, out of control. You can't control your alcohol. Get it. Don't even put it in your stinking system. But the spitting, Mike, like you said, bro,
lowest form.
Lowest form.
And I don't even think Trey Young was aware of it.
Yeah,
because it looked like something that just came out like a piece of bubble gum. And like my sister-in-law, who's a Dallas fan, but my hate has shifted, says it's just a game, and it is. But you got people that will actually kill over these games.
Yeah,
they kill each other. They kill fans. They'll argue. If you ain't mad that they team lost, y'all got to fight. Just it's a frenzy that has to be stopped. And I'll say this: the New York fans hadn't been in the Garden in 8 years at this level. Yeah. They should have already been ready for that nonsense, man. It's like letting an animal out of a cage, man, that's been locked up for 8 years. But to do that is the highest form of disrespect. I wish 50 Cent would have stole him, or security or somebody, man. I mean, yeah, give you your money back, but you need to get roughed up too, man.
But see, they didn't. It's like they didn't realize it. Someone caught it. Then eventually, when it actually incident happened, man, I don't think Trey realized it until later on, whatever. Then of course they addressed the situation. But man, what makes you ever think that it's okay for you to spit on somebody? People talk about like, they were on Trey Young talking about his hair. He was losing hairs up. That's cool.
Yeah, you've lost it.
But for
everything that we talked about, the game, the fans, the alcohol, you're illogical. There's no rationalization for that. And I'm gonna say this, man. Trey Young is a fairly small dude. Why didn't he do that to Clint Capella? Don't pick on nobody small. There's enough big boys in the league to can handle some business, man. They know who to do that to. You got Ja with his people, man. He can't really flex. But if it was Ja and a couple of his boys from Sumter, that wouldn't have went down.
This is my thing, man. As my man Dara even said, bro. Like, dude, because of COVID, and because I don't know what's in your body, man, that person need to have charges filed against him for that spitting, man.
Attempted murder.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of disease you have, man. And you're going to think it's okay for you to spit on me? And the thing about it is, man, you in Utah, you already know they don't have a lot of us up in doggone Utah. These people, boy, I'm telling you, man. And then this just in the pop, it's just a plain disrespect. How the world you think is you are allowed to do that craziness, man? Blow my mind.
But you know what, man? I don't remember Curry receiving this type of disrespect, and he's dropped high numbers on people. So, Ja hit 47.
Good point.
Trey put on his show in game 1 and 2. So why are you bothered by somebody playing the game at the highest level and excellent? That's how it's played. Now, if these guys were weak-minded, that nonsense would get to them. But these guys are cut different, man. You know, Trey, Ja, they get fired up off disrespect.
And watch this, bro. The fans need to realize you don't want to fire these 3 guys up. These 3 guys right here, Ja Morant, Trae Young, Westbrook, are 3 guys, man, can easily, as you can see, drop 50 on you. And they're gonna do it,
and they're gonna do it on the next one.
Bruh. We're gonna get it in this and all 3 of them play tonight. Mike,
yep.
I'm gonna say now. I think Atlanta, I think Memphis, and Washington are going to win tonight because of these incidents. Just saying.
Well, I'm going against the A.
Of course, we know
you know this. They know who to play with. They know who to mess with and run across. Exactly. Like I said, Clint Capella was wide open. You had Beal.
Yeah.
You know, some of these dudes that can get it in that don't even play that.
Don't play that game.
Hey, you don't have to pick on the smallest dudes. Exactly. Ain't nobody spitting on Julius Randle, man.
Right. I guarantee, man, when you're not gonna see people in Atlanta talking about spit. I know how alert now, bro. So I'm like, come on, man. You can heckle them and do all that stuff. As you know, Spike Lee's been heckling people for years, but you've never seen Spike Lee be disrespectful as far as being, calling people out their name, being disrespectful as far as spitting on somebody. I'm like, come on, man. You can't control yourself.
I think that the fines and the punishment need to be at its harshest.
Yeah.
Like you said, you just had 3 incidents in 1 week. So now this thing need to be 5 years in jail, $250,000 fine, man, because
about somebody.
Yeah, they need to, because that can cause a melee or somebody could snap, man.
Yeah.
And this thing's been going on for years. I remember Pippen was doing an interview and he said a fan spit at Michael Jordan's wife. I remember Antonio Davis when he was with the Knicks.
Yeah.
Walked up into the stadium. Man. So you got guys that if you want it, they'd give it to you. He was like, man, never mind the game, man. What you say to my wife, man?
Bruh, you had to go check on his wife, bro. He looked up in the stand like, whoa, Ghost Rider. We're doing that, man. Hey, it's all good. Hey.
I mean, I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to do that at a high school game. So you know what the pro is going to look like.
Yeah, man. I never forget, Mike. There was a time when I was downrange, man. I tell you, man, something about being disrespectful to your wife, man. And, brother, I was on a mission away from home. And one of my wife's soldiers had the nerve to think that they could be disrespectful to my wife. No. It was a command. Oh, no.
This wasn't Kuwait, was it?
No, brother. This is why I went to Germany.
Okay, this is before the 175.
Right? No, the other 175 I already left.
After, okay.
Yeah, Mike. Your brother, boy, man. I said, hey, why they can't do that when I'm home? Y'all wouldn't do this craziness because trust you me, the very next day, I'm going to be up there. You're lucky. But hey, her commander handled it. That's okay. Because if he didn't, I was going to be in somebody's office the very next day. We're going to have us a problem. Just saying. Anyway.
Now, let me add this in for controversy. Yes, I'm going there since Ace Dog put that out. He says some of these fans pay all this money, thousands of dollars, getting these front row seats just to act a fool. But I'm noticing a pattern about some of these fans. I ain't seen no black fan spit on nobody or throw popcorn, call somebody, yeah.
Anyway.
My sister-in-law said if black people be too hyped just to be getting them seats.
Man,
we just saved up about a year's check.
Hey, that stimulus check.
And you know this.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get into these playoffs, man. Let's get into these playoffs. Go through. You can see the updated format, man. Couple of sweeps are near it. You know, the East, boy. Good Lord. Only one game that's not in the potential being a sweep. But the East, boy, not looking too good. But anyway. First, man, let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks, man. Get the Heat last night.
I asked the same question. Did somebody from Milwaukee get their woman took by somebody from the Heat? Man, they beating them like stepchildren, ex-slaves, the Mayflower. They doing everything, man, and it's disrespectful. And the Heat used to be so good. They was in the finals, man. I know it was a bubble, but still.
Say it again. It was a what? Bubble. That's why I keep saying it's an asterisk on the Lakers winning the darn championship. It was in a stinking bubble.
I'm with Sid. I'm in a little bit of shock that Jimmy Buckets and Duncan and Robinson and Bam can't get it in, man. They making the Bucks look like they're gonna be in a championship.
Man, listen, what I tell you, it's a difference in playing in the environment where you have crowds and fans, and you play. It's like you going to the gym, you and your boys playing basketball at the gym. That's what the bubble was like. It's different than you taking them saying crew and you going thousands upon thousands of fans booing and all that screaming. That's a major difference.
So you saying that the Lakers are paper champions?
I'm gonna say it again. Lakers are paper champions. That's what I'm saying. I have no problem with saying.
So let me tell you something. Them Laker fans came out like roaches at a Roach Motel, and Raid had ran out of business the other night.
Mike, watch this, Mike. I heard someone. I don't know who was on the Knicks team. They said this. I may have been Jules Randle. No, it was Obi Toppin. He said the action, because they were so high, the energy, he said he could feel the floor move.
Man, I felt it through the television.
But Mike, understand, they didn't deal with that last year.
True. It was plutonic, man. It's like you had to play the audio of the crowd yelling. You had to have cardboard cutouts.
Bruh.
And Madison Square let another 7,000 in. They was at 15,000. It looked like there was at full capacity, except
Mike, I'm about to say, Mike,
unvaccinated side.
Hey, it was more than 15,000 people that I happened to glance up like, hold up.
Yeah, somebody snuck in, man.
Rafters.
When you got Tracy Morgan bouncing in his seat, you got Chris Rock, Spike. Come on, man. Man.
It was more than
energy was it. Even LeBron, who got a lot of hate, his tweet went across Madison Square Garden Jumbotron saying, man, that energy in there is loud AF. They know that.
Mike, I'm gonna say this, man.
Congrats, Sid, for checking out the playoffs live.
Hey,
Barclays Center.
I'm gonna say this, brother. I believe because of the environment, because of the energy, but I understand why they did it. I believe KD and Kyrie made a mistake in signing with the Knicks. They should have signed with the Knicks.
All right, y'all. Everybody be safe. My folks, everybody getting ready to dip to the QC.
Oh, you see it? Where they going?
Yeah, Jordan got 2 dance camps to go to tonight.
Okay.
She gonna work it out. She'll text me the address. Y'all be safe. Love y'all.
Let
me know if I need to make my debut tonight. You know I'm a former dancer.
Boy, stop it, man. I'm right here. If she ever needed anything, let her know she needed. I'm right here, man.
Yeah. Everybody going to Charlotte, man. I'm the only one chilling.
Mike, like I said, bro, because of the energy and the respect, the energy that comes with the Knicks, man. Like I said, I talk trash about the Knicks, man. I recognize the support.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if they have a seismograph in there, but man, I think the whole garden would have elevated if that would have took place. And I'm gonna fault the Knicks too for not trying to give KD the max, talking about he hurt. Man.
That's what I'm saying. A player like, just imagine, man. Just imagine if KD and Kyrie, as well as James Harden, requesting a trade, remember, you already had Randall signing with you guys. Randall was already there. Just imagine.
I'm going to take your words. If the Nets don't win, then it will be a mistake on both sides, and it will be epic.
Yeah.
And I will say this as a Knicks fan, I probably would have broke COVID protocol and been all in the garden all season.
but like, there's just certain places to where the energy is just different. Y'all, how many? Let me ask you this question. You can answer this too, said. Y'all Knicks fan. How many more years you think you're going to keep the garden open before they look to build a new one?
Yo, you talking about the world's famous arena, man. I mean, like the circus is there, the rodeo, monster trucks.
Remember this, Mike. The Yankee Stadium, man, had all that history too. And
I remember, my man.
I'm just wondering.
And let me tell you something. I ain't never seen a city so sad and about to be in tears, man. I went to the old stadium a few times in the 70s, man, with moms, man. And it just bring back memories. I remember as a freshman, the train I took to go to school, it would ride right by the opening of the Yankee game, and all the kids would just press their face to the window, even as we ride by, just to see the Yankee game live. And boy, don't let a ball get hit, and everybody looking in the air. It was just incredible, man. But I can't answer that question. I can't.
Going to happen. I think eventually they look to do, yeah. But I got to
say you don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, I think, you know what I think they're probably going to do? I have a recommendation what they probably should do. Contact the Nets and for 2 years and just do upgrades for the garden. That's what you keep in the garden, but you just upgrade it, giving it like a facelift.
Come on, Nick, man. The garden's the garden, baby. It's, man, you can't go wrong up in there, man. What's wrong with it? What needs to be fixed?
I'm just saying, man. Eventually, because like I said, I used the Yankee Stadium for example.
Yeah, and it was a long time, my man. A long time.
And the only reason I said it because you have all these teams building new. It's a money thing. I mean, I know you guys sell out, every game and whatnot. I will not be surprised they start having that conversation.
They would have to have security around Madison Square 24/7 with police, SWAT, and troopers there, because people would go there and snatch pieces of the floor, the chip. Man, you think Capitol Hill got mobbed on January the 6th? Boy, you let
crazy, man.
All of New York coming through, boy.
Hey, back to this Heat and Milwaukee game, man.
Lights out.
Hey, I'm just interested to see what they're gonna do against their next opponent, because they're gonna sweep the Heat.
They need, I hope that they can dig deep down and do a gut check and at least win one. But the way the Bucks, as that says, been cruising, it's embarrassing, man. It's not only shocking, it's embarrassing. It's like the Heat don't even belong there. Like somebody else could get them a better battle.
But they're gonna have a matchup in the next one. With them sweeping, they face the Nets next, bro. That's gonna be an interesting series.
And they might play themselves out because they trying to go so hard on the Heat that they might not even have the energy for the next round.
Yeah, and that's why I said possibly a facelift at the current location because of the spacing issue that you have there in New York. That's the reason why I said that. So
Nick, leave the Garden alone. You the GM of the Hornets.
They need to make me the GM, brother. Trust you me, boy. I had no joker cooking, baby. All right, man. Let's talk about this crap last night, man. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first, man?
I have never. You know how people come out the woodwork, man? I have never seen Laker fans so giddy. Just so happy. You couldn't hear from these dudes last week. Soon as they tie it up, And then they put on a show last night. It was neck and neck for a minute. Then the Lakers went on a tear. I knew something was wrong when I saw Drummond spin off and come with a tomahawk dunk in the first quarter. I said, this ain't the regular Drummond, man. Something going terribly wrong. You got LeBron laughing, leaning on Crowder, spinning off him, doing double pump reverse 360. Man, they just, I was like, wow, man. They hung in there for a second, man. I mean, Devin is that dude.
Mike, I'm gonna read something off to you. 14 for 18, 12 for 14. You know what those numbers are?
LeBron and AD.
14 for 18 is the number of free throws that the Phoenix Sun team shot. 12 for 14 is the number of free throws that AD shot. I'm going to say that again. 14 for 18 is the number of free throws that the Phoenix Sun team shot. 12 for 14 is the number of free throws that AD shot. Every time AD goes to the basket and falls down, they blow a stinking whistle. And he's not being touched.
Well, I tell you what, that last one that they didn't call, there was some home cooking last night now.
Boy, was it ever.
When AD charged in to Devin and they both fell out of bounds and he grabbed the back of his knee. And at one point they was like, yo, when are we getting calls? So there was some home cooking, man. I will admit that that Chris Paul shoving Schroeder down. I didn't see Ayton push Schroeder into Paul. You know, they were just making up stuff, grabbing at straws, man.
Mike, one thing, man, my twin, I know he won Coach of the Year, bro, but he's definitely being out coached by the Lakers coach, bro. If you cannot win, man, you keep playing Crowder. Crowder, man, has not hit nothing, man. I don't know why he don't get more playing time to Cam Johnson. You know, Cam Johnson was off last night. But you are playing Crowder, man, 2 for 9 last night. My thing is that you're going to have to start playing other players that you can literally play. But the one thing the Phoenix Suns going to have to do, I know, in the offseason, is get some more size. Kaminsky and the other backup center, bro, are not the answer. I don't know, Sarek, I don't know what the world he's thinking about, but they are not the answer.
AD went to LeBron James School of Acting.
Yeah.
I know you've seen the LeBron Oscar presentation. It's all on Facebook and Twitter, man, and Instagram. It's LeBron taking a fake elbow to the chin, and he falls down, and then in the next frame, and the Oscar goes to LeBron James. And then they show memes of everybody just looking at him. D Wade's look at him. I mean, everybody just looking at him, and LeBron is like, now it's LeBron. I think he's getting the Sports Illustrated Athlete of the Year, but they you know how they do the Photoshop and whatnot, man. It's hilarious, man.
It to me, man, it really takes away from the game, man. One, Chris Paul is not 100%. So I don't know why he keep playing Chris Paul. Chris Paul, man, he's not. So they're playing off of Chris Paul. They know he's not 100%. And so he's not even shooting no mid-range jump shots. I'm like, dude, why are you still playing him? Play somebody else. Play Carter. Guy you haven't played. He's been playing all in regular season. Now you're not even playing him. So I'm like, there are other players he needs to darn play, and they're too guard dominant. Phoenix, man, don't have the size. That's what they should have done during the trade deadline. You should have gone after Gordon. Gordon on the Phoenix Suns team would have given them more size as well as athleticism and would have made them a much better team. You got Crowder guarding AD. Wrong answer. So,
but let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
With all this home cooking and this acting and AD going to the LeBron James School of Flopping, is the NBA trying to push the Lakers up into the championship.
Yes. They're trying to get
Lake Show fans, hello.
Yes.
We're not the only ones that seen this home cooking and this acting.
Hey, yes. Man, this crap, the calls, man, are ridiculous. Even in the game,
more money, marketability.
Mike, go back and watch the game against Phoenix. AD took over 20 free throws in that second game. Every time he falls down, he's getting. I'm letting you know, Mike. If I was on that team to interview you, I would have pulled a stat out. I'm just going to read you a stat: 14 for 18 and 12 for 14. What is that? I know AD don't blow the whistle, but these referees, man, are terrible. Terrible. So that's my thing, man. That's what I'm like. That's a real turnoff when it comes to watching the game. But anyway. Then hey, Ace Dog took one on the chin last night, brother. Joker in Rivers.
Yes, I'm happy for little Doc, baby Doc. Man, what a performance.
Daryl, I don't hate the Lakers. I don't hate
more inside oriented. I like that.
Yeah.
More inside oriented.
But this is the thing. You cannot contest the shot. AD falls on the floor. He's clumsy. And they blow the whistle. I just read you the perfect stat. The team only shot 18 free throws. AD shot 14 by himself. Come on, man. I don't hate the Lakers. I mean, it ain't fair. That's all I ask. But anyway,
we see it.
The Joker came to play last night. Ace Dog, we took one on the chin last night. He was on a mission. And Austin Rivers, bro. Woo! Austin Rivers did his thing. Was a good game. He lost by 5. Was a good game. Melo played good, man. Well, it was a good game, but just Denver played.
They put on a show, man. Obviously, Jokic is going to be the MVP, man. It was spoke highly of. My goodness, man. I have to agree with Young Rivers. I mean, who can stop this dude? His passes are ridiculous. He has the IQ and the height for it. He's just whipping the ball around. He can go in the lane. I mean, he gave you everything. He gave you everything, man.
You know what I think Portland need to do, man? Need to focus on a little bit more? Getting Nurkic involved. Even though he had a double-double last week, but they need a little bit more than 13 points. Reason why, you put pressure on the Joker on the defensive end versus focus so much on the offense. So to me, man, I would be trying to feed that big horse down in the middle in Nurkic, man. I like Nurkic as a player. So you feed Nurkic, get Nurkic the ball a little bit more. That's what I would focus on. But they played a great game last night. They bounced back. Every time I see Bowl and my man Porter Jr., who was supposed to be on Charlotte, but he didn't play last night. But
we'll see, man. The ball's in the Trailblazers court. They got to see what they're gonna do. Where Ace Dog? Has Ace spoken? Ace
spoke. No, Ace hadn't posted anything yet, man. Said the game of acting. He didn't talk about anything on the game. I thought Ace was gonna say something, man.
I saw his comments earlier, though. You know. Ace, what happened to your boys?
Ace upset right now, man. He said, hey, man, he need a minute. So we got to get Ace a minute. So,
Yep.
All right, man. We can talk about these games that are going to be kicking off here in Charlotte, brother. You got the Hawks against your Knicks.
Yes, my man. I think that we have second life now.
Really?
We can't talk about the first and the second anymore. It's all about the third. Now, 2 things going to happen tonight.
Okay.
The Hawk fans going to get behind the Hawks, and it's going to sound like a beehive in there because of the way they treated Trae Young.
Oh, you already know it.
They're going to get revenge tonight. All the Knicks players need to brace up. Security need to be deep. Don't let them crazy kick off. because if somebody spit at D Rose, well, D Rose is a hometown favorite, man. They just love this dude. I don't care what team you play on or who you like or don't like. There's a lot of people just love Derrick Rose, man. I'm just saying, I don't want to see nothing happen to the players and these fans. It is not your job to take revenge on other players because of the way your player was treated. So the Knicks have two fights tonight. They got to fight the crowd, and they got to fight an amped up Hawks. So this is going to be a test of wills, and everyone knows whoever usually wins game 3, about 70% win that series. So if the Knicks can just lock one in, stay focused, don't cater to the crowd, fix this Trae Young scoring spree like this dude in high school at Oklahoma again. You got to clog that lane on that young kid, man. You got to develop something to offset his 30 points. And he's the heart and soul of the Hawks. They got to stop him from getting started. Okay. So they home tonight, man. They're in heaven, and the Knicks got to step all the way up. It can be done. Yeah, they got to steal it tonight, man. They got to get it back. Hawks stole one, y'all steal one.
Okay. One thing, man, and look, not one, but a couple things. One, looking at Atlanta, Collins, you cannot call yourself wanting $100 million contract and don't score a stinking bucket in game 2. To me, bro, that's unacceptable. How the world you call yourself wanting to be a big time and you don't even score?
Tracy Benjamin, what's up, cuz?
What's going, fam? I'm like, bro, unacceptable. But point number 2, you know, Trae Young is going to show his thing. But then I had a conversation going back and forth with said, and I want you to answer said as well as T-Champ. And Mike, you probably even saw what I said. We were talking about your boy Randall. But then I'm going to remind you what you said about Randall. Are you satisfied with what Randall is giving you so far? Or do you think they need more out of Randall?
Okay, you threw so far in there.
Yeah, I thought
you were going to say in game 1, definitely not. I went off after game 1. T. Benjamin, what's up, cuz? How you doing? That's cuz right there, man.
Yeah, I got
now, Nick, I took all my vitamins today. My blood pressure is down. And you trying to get it back up.
No. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I said I'm
not satisfied, man. Come on, man.
Now
this what I do. I'm a baller, man. You cannot be the face of the Knicks and get stage fright in game 1, and then once again, if it wasn't for D Rose, you know. Listen, man. I need Julius to drop that season Julius on them tonight. But I think Julius is warming up. Game 1, okay, there was some shystiness going on. You was off. You continued to shoot bricks. You hit 1. You was about 6 for 30. Game 2, you tried to even it up, and you still wasn't the dude to step up to the plate. Now it's game 3. No more excuses, my man. Let's rock and roll, man. We ain't going to the A for nothing.
Now, Mike, you pretty much said the same thing I tried to say to your boy Sid and T-Champ. They tried to make us no. I said, you are the face of the franchise. Right now, you are not the guy that's pulling. Hey, Burks and D Rose and other people have been stepping up to the plate, and you haven't. And I had to remind them. I said, understand this. PG-13 that's in the Clippers, same situation. They gave him that max contract and all that money. Now they're saying, hey, man, you supposed to be this big-time player. What's up? And I'm more than about scoring. I got that, man. But if you are the leading scorer on the team You
Yeah.
can't slack off and not perform at least at a regular season level. Big time players step their game up in the playoffs.
Yeah. To answer your question, I'm not satisfied, man. And we need more. We expect more. And this is not like a Austin Rivers stepped up.
See,
This is y'all not doing it. PG needs to give that money back.
I don't disagree with you, but they're dumb for giving him that money. His history, just like Charlotte, was dumb to give Gordon all this doggone money, knowing that he's injury prone. Dummies. I'm telling you, I need to be the general manager. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Mike.
I mean, Julius turned it around in the third quarter, man. But
we
need him all game. At one point, I didn't even know him or Randall was playing because it was all about Burks and D Rose.
So true. But
and I'm like, my guys, we need your point production, please. Let's get this tonight.
I'm gonna let you know, bro. I don't think Collins is going to have a 0 as far as points are concerned. Collins is going to come to play now. Atlanta's coming to play. But the thing I don't like what Atlanta's doing, they're shooting way too many threes.
You don't even have to talk about that. I almost had a heart attack the other night. The Knicks had a 10-point lead. Atlanta went on a 9+0 run and took the lead. And I'm looking at the TV like I'm about to dive into it. The next thing you know, as you said, ill-advised threes on both teams, but especially Atlanta. And then the Knicks was able to come back, go up by 5-6, and go ahead and take that thing on home.
Hey, it's going to be interesting, man. I said Atlanta's going to win tonight. You going with your Knicks. We're definitely going to have this conversation on.
Going for the steal.
Okay. We're going to be a good game, man. Good game.
Game 4 Sunday. So, we see what it is Monday. I want to enjoy my day. I'm sure you do. And then we see what's up.
All right, man. Do we need to even have a long conversation about this game?
The Celtics might as well get ready to fire up the propeller on the boat.
They're going fishing.
Live bait. Reel it in. Fried, dyed, laid to the side.
They're going to
some
the
bread, flour, seasoning, man. Go ahead and shut it down. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the Heat game. I hope that the Celtics can muster up and squeeze one out and get busy. I mean, y'all gonna be in the Garden. Give your fans a little bit more than a sweep, man.
Yeah, man. Look and go. Hey, 3 Hey, look here. Oh, did you hear what Danny Ainge had to say about the comments about Kyrie Irving?
One of my least favorite Celtic players of all time.
Kyrie Irving made the comment saying that, he doesn't have an issue with, heckling and, whatever, doing what fans do. But when you go over the line as far as certain type of comments, that's what he's addressing. Danny Ainge going to come out and say out of his 40 years of being with the organization, he's never heard comments like that. Danny Ainge, if I had a conversation with Danny Ainge, I would have asked Danny Ainge, when did you become black? I mean, you mean to tell me out of your 40 years, as much of a racist thing that's taking place in Boston, you mean to tell me you've never, ever playing during the time where a lot of black players were not being understand when Larry Bird was there and predominantly your team was predominantly white, you had a couple of black players on your team. You mean to tell me you've never heard certain fans made certain comments towards certain players? So you mean to tell me when Marcus Smart made the comment, he was just pulling it out of thin air? He said Kyrie never told him about it. Why would Kyrie come and have a conversation with you about that? No, you don't want to be honest, Danny Ainge. What you should have done is like, hey, you know what? I respect this comment, and I'm hoping that the fans conduct themselves in a respectable way. Really, Danny Ainge?
Why comment, though? Why even speak on it?
Yeah.
I like to ask Ainge that. I mean, Man, I work with children, and I'm not going to say that Kyrie's a child, but me and Danny Ainge is probably the same age. Why are you worried about a young 20-something-year-old and what they're saying and their thoughts? Why do you have to comment and speak? And as you said, Nick, when you do comment like that, that's the question. I mean, when did you become black? When did you get a tan?
Because my thing is that the same comments that white people say to white people, they're not going to say it to black people. Just saying, Danny.
There's a difference between yelling that Trae Young is balding versus what Utah fans yell to Ja Morant's people.
Yeah.
So, you can't pick and choose how you're going to disrespect somebody. But, if I don't like somebody on another team, man, I might say, hey, man, you know what? You're very ugly. Well, somebody call me a black this or an that. That's a whole different level of heckling because you've turned it into something that can't be reversed. So,
all right.
Hey.
All right. Then the other game tonight. Go back. Act right. Come on, thing. Act right. Let's. We're gonna get into that conversation later. My computer, I swear, man. Come on. All right, now. There we go. Speaking of PG-13. Right.
Let me see. Is this game in Dallas? Is it in Dallas?
Yeah.
Most likely, it's lights out because it's in Dallas. But if playoff P and Kawhi can dig deep, because they got to be tired of getting beat, man, by teams that start with a D.
I know playoff P need to dig deep, bro. And like Daryl said, or give some of that money back to the darn Clippers. They got to do something, man, because they are definitely not getting the job done. Hey, Luka talking trash. I love it, man. I love it. Hey, I love that you see Luka out there talking trash, brother. Speaking in a language they don't understand. Talking trash. Luka boys are, hey. I think Dallas is going to get it done tonight, man.
Yeah, I believe so. The crowd going to be behind them. The momentum. Luka just can't be stopped.
Yeah.
The Clippers and the Celtics going to be on the same pontoon.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Got you said, yeah. Paul George got to get a 30-piece tonight.
But this is the other thing, Mike. They gotta play Rondo more than 19 minutes, bro. You traded for Rondo for this purpose and for this reason. Rondo has to play at least 30 minutes, bro. I mean, to me, you got to play Rondo more. But hey, I think it'll make a difference. I know it's a must-win for the Clippers tonight. I just know that. They have to win it.
Yeah, I mean, I want all the guys that are down 3-0 to squeeze one out, man. It's all good.
Embarrassing it to get sweep, man.
It is, man. First round, too.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
All right, man. Let's have this last conversation, boy. About your boy Kwamie Brown. Every time I turn on YouTube, man, it's like this brother's going off on somebody about comments that he made. Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith. He going off against my girl here. Yeah, I mean, Mike, what's your thoughts on this, my brother?
Well, I've heard how this guy has been taking verbal abuse for 20 years and he's had enough, and I get it.
Yeah, Tom. That's what I said.
My only problem with Kwame is the threats. If you want to go back and clap back, and Derek Fisher picture should be up there too because he threw him in there. he got back at Matt Barnes out. That was a nice clapback. I like it. Um, we all have to realize that, yes, true, Kwame just got out of high school. That's all he has with him. So his N bombs and the way he expresses himself, he really should see a speech pathologist, man, before he goes on rants. Um, giving a shout out to his mama's cooking and a golf course that kept him from beating somebody up. And Stephen A is probably 56, 57, 58. Kwame, how you look stepping to a dude that you 25 years younger than or whatever, man. Just stop all that. You ain't smacking Stephen A. And you tell Jamel Hill to mind her business and stay out of it. You're a youngster, man. Charlemagne was wrong bringing out his family and what all he do, but you cannot line everybody up who disrespects you and want to fight them and challenge them to box. It's just not going to happen. So if him and Matt Barnes want to box, or Steven Jackson, or Shannon Sharp, or whoever, man, nobody's doing that, man. If you're going to go verbally at somebody, go at somebody and roast them back and get them. But you cannot get mad because I don't hear Sam Bowie talking about what he going to do to people for keep talking about him. I don't hear Greg Oden talking about what's going to happen when people keep talking about him. Or Anthony Bennett, the #1 draft pick a few years ago out of UNLV. You weren't that good as a #1 draft pick. Mike Jordan did you a favor. You had ample time to work out. If somebody's clowning you, take it for what it is. Remember when Kendrick Perkins got dunked on by Blake Griffin and he had to close his Twitter? Now Kendrick Perkins is a sport analyst. Kwame should have played this to his advantage, and maybe he could have been on First Take with Stephen A. or All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and just do a circuit, man. Why you guys keep doing that, man? Yeah, I wasn't all that, but I'm in the league, man. I made 65 mil, man. Stop hating, and laugh it off. But you sitting back threatening folks. No, Kwame. And what you mad at? They took an 18-year-old kid and made him work. You mad because they made you work out and made you better than what you are? Made you a millionaire? I wish somebody would take me out at 18 and make me play against grown men and so I can make money and be in the league, man. What? There's nothing for you to complain about. That was the biggest favor Mike Jordan did for you. Other than that, you'd be cabbage patching with a big broom in your hand, sweeping somewhere, man. Be thankful somebody had you in the pros. Be thankful you can get roasted.
The thing that Kwame, I don't have an issue. The only issue I have with Kwame Brown is him making it personal. Like you said, Mike, there are so many players that have been drafted and have not panned out. You got Adam Morrison.
Got dragged.
Bro, they still talk about Adam Morrison. You had remember the Clippers drafted the guy, the 7-footer out of college. I can't think of his name. But there are a lot of players, man. But this is the thing, Kwame. You still played 13 years in the league, made over $65 million.
Yeah.
Dude, your life is set forever. Some people wish they could have made that type of money, man. I'm like, come on, man. You're going to get upset when you make it personal. That's the only issue I have with you. Yeah, you were the #1 pick. You were the #1 pick, and you did not live up to expectations. That's why people were saying to me, felt like Michael Jordan drafting you was probably the wrong place for you to go. Sometimes you can go places and go to the wrong places, and not be a good fit for you. If you probably would have gone to a different organization, and then probably it would have turned out a little bit differently. Who could be mentored to you, develop you? And Stephen A. said something last night, man. I'm thinking kind of embarrassed. He said he scored 80.
Weren't that good.
No, right. He said him and Kobe Bryant scored 82 points together. Out of the 82 points, Kobe scored 81. And Stephen A. Smith said you couldn't even get that right, because you actually scored 4 points. Y'all about, and he talking about his screen Dude, they did not draft you with the number
Did
one.
you see the screens I said? And somebody brought on Twitter that game when nothing was said. Kobe was just lighting them up.
That's what I'm saying, man. You're upset, but this is also the issue I have with Kwamie Brown. If you had an issue with it why didn't you address it during that time when people made those comments? Why you allowed this to fester and build up for so many years instead of speaking up for yourself? Like, hey, you know what? Or more importantly, work on your game, man, and prove them wrong.
And not only that, because you waited 20 years, we should feel sorry. You had plenty enough time to amp that out. And see, that's a Dwight Howard getting mad at Kobe for yelling at him and can't take it, or Shaq saying, you know what, Kobe ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way. I'm dipping to Miami.
Yeah.
I guarantee you right now that people would pay top dollar for their child to be under LeBron or Mike tutelage right now to turn them into a monster. They would pay millions for that to happen. Now people are upset. I heard dudes talking about, man, Mike wouldn't talk to me like that. Well, Kwame should have did. Kwame should have hit Mike. Really? Hit Mike and then what? And live where?
Hey,
you think these fans crazy now? Man, please.
Hey, who Kwame Brown gonna play with if he were to hit Michael Jordan? I'm about to sign him better, yo.
But where would he live? What planet? You got fans that will swan dive on this dude for MJ, man. You ain't gonna hit the almighty legend. You ain't hitting nobody. And dudes who mad at Mike for talking any kind of way. Y'all seen The Last Dance? Mike talked to Scotty Burrell like he was his child.
Everybody
told Scotty, you will come in that weight room with me. X and Oak will no longer punk you.
Hey, he's a different man. So I think I just wish they get that personal stuff out, man.
Yeah, man, breathe, brother. Get you some handlers. You ranting as if you're a rapper. You're talking to people who are highly educated. And listen, this is what we do as a people. We play the dozens. We roast. We go hard. You remember when Shaq was disrespecting JaVale McGee like nonstop?
Yeah.
I mean, his whole show, Shaq and the Fool, highlighted JaVale. Even Shaq's own mom had to say, Shaq, leave JaVale alone. And even JaVale was like, man, why you all up on me, man? What's up? And Shaq talking about, yo, you ain't about that life. Stop fighting, man. But what JaVale got right now, 3 rings.
Yeah. Still in the league.
Yeah. Been roasted, clowned. Man, look. And I had to tell certain people, when you're a high profile person, whether you produce or not, you're going to get that work. Nobody's above roasting.
That's right.
You don't like to be talked about? Like you just said, better your game then. Go to big man camp. Should have been working with Akeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan.
Look here. Everybody get talked about. As great as a player as LeBron James is, he get talked about. KD, every player get talked about. Good or bad or indifferent. Everybody. You are not exempt from being critiqued. Come on, bro. Go up. All right, Mike, man. End of the show. My brother got important thoughts.
Nick, I do have some parting thoughts, my brother, and I held this to the end of the show, man, because I don't want to put a damper on it, man. But yesterday, man, one of my son's classmates in his senior class was killed in Colombia. It's a very unfortunate deal. We are all hurt. It made the news. AC Flores Sr. killed. And
car accident?
Nah, my brother, he was shot and killed last night. And
wow.
The sad part of this whole thing is he should have been with all of the seniors at senior night, but he wasn't. It's unfortunate that he lost his life in this violent way. I don't have the words to describe. I'm going to pray for his parents, all of the AC Florida community. I had to talk to my son today. My son wants to know why I keep calling him every 10 minutes. Dad, I'm hanging out. Dad, I'm talking with my friends. Dad, this, dad, that. I said, man, I just need to hear you, man. and I need you to come on home, man. This kid went to kindergarten all the way up to high school with my son, the same elementary. The kids was in kindergarten together, first, second, fifth, high school all the way, and he loses his life yesterday over some nonsense, man. And we're all beyond hurt. This is so tragic, man, that my whole day was just off par trying to just deal with this, man, because it just shouldn't have happened, man. And I'm not saying if that kid was at senior night last night that it wouldn't have happened. I just hate that it happened, period.
That's right.
And I wish he could have been there last night, and maybe he wouldn't have been where he was, and that wouldn't have happened, man. So prayers out go to the family, man. Carlisle Kelly. Rest your soul in peace, young fella. And man, may God give the family and the community the strength to move on, man.
So true, man. Appreciate that, man. Like I say, keep the family in your prayers, man. Have the value each day, man. Value each day. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks, cuz T. Benjamin. Yes. 18 years old, supposed to graduate
in a few minutes, man. I'm gonna get my popcorn and stuff ready, man. Cause you know Atlanta and the Knicks gonna be playing, so you're gonna be
Yes. We got about an hour to go, man. I'm gonna get amped up myself, and everybody just take care and maintain to have a super safe weekend, man. I can't stress it enough, man.
That's right. Again, we salute all our service members. So going on, man. So definitely appreciate it, man. Everyone be blessed. Make sure you guys definitely take care of yourself. And
yes.
We'll see you guys on next week. As you know, I'm Nick.
I'm Mike, y'all. Be safe.
Military Brothers Talking Sports. Peace.